This is part 2 of Will Bardock and his squad survive. Enjoy. So Bardock and his crew would have trained for about 2 months and would get considerably stronger while on planet Tech. They would make plans on going planet to planet, possibly even learning new techniques and getting stronger so they can stand up to Frieza. One day, they think to themselves, right now they know that Frieza fears the Super Saiyan, which is just a legend, but what if it isn't? Bardock concludes that they will have to become those Saiyans of legend to beat Frieza. One day while the Saiyans are training, they see familiar spaceships land on the planet. They recognize them as the spaceships Frieza's soldiers have. They would go check out the area where the spaceships land. They have to stop Frieza's forces before they start tearing up this planet to find them. They notice 2 notable figures that get out of the multitude of spaceships, Dodoria and Pui. By this time they show no fear. All of the training they have done prepared them for this day. The Saiyans confront the soldiers. Dodoria tells them that he hasn't finished business with all of them. Pui laughs and calls them monkeys, which angers the Saiyans greatly. Bardock's group decides to split up in 2. Bardock and Toro would take on Dodoria while Fasha, Shugesh, and Burgos would fight Pui. Now, of course, there would be father soldiers as well, but they will just be watching the battles mainly. They don't get a chance to hop into the fights since they're weak. Now, with Bardock's and Toro's fight with Dodoria, this would be a tough fight. First off, Toro would have destroyed all of the scholars on the soldiers to avoid the chances of being eavesdropped on by Frieza. To beat Dodoria, Bardock would fight him until he would get him in a headlock position. And before he would run out of strength to hold him, Toro would take his chance to get as many hits in as he can and finish Dodoria off with a strong ki blast. With the fight with Pui, Fasha Shugesh would be pressing him to distract him while Burgos would gather enough ki to unleash a powerful wave of ki, which wouldn't kill Pui, but it would weaken him enough for Fasha and Shugesh to land the finishing blow, killing him. Bardock and his crew would be, well, they would have taken a decent amount of damage, but they still had enough stamina and strength to take on the rest of Frieza's soldiers and kill them before they escaped. The Saiyans would stay on the planet Tech for a few more days to recover, but when their spaceship was finally ready, they decided it's time to leave. They would all say their goodbyes to the people on the planet Tech, and their next destination would be planet Yardrat. They heard from the people on planet Tech that they could teach them a technique that will allow them to travel a great amount of distance without using a spaceship, and they would have a plethora of other techniques for them to learn as well. So that's exactly what they do. They would head for planet Yardrat and would make it there in no time. They wouldn't be hostile towards their people, allowing them to be trusted by them. The Yardrats would take them on as their disciples, teaching them things that they never knew could be done. They learn how to sense ki, the instant transmission technique, and they learn how to control their ki better over the course of a year or 2. But it just so happens that in this timeline, Frieza will want to send the Ginyu Force to planet Yardrat a lot sooner. Now, it just so happens that one of Frieza's soldiers actually escaped while they were on planet Tech, while Dodoria and Pui were trying to kill Bardock and his crew. So Frieza would make the logical assumption that they would be on planet Yardrat, maybe. Well, he's checking a multitude of planets, and he thinks it's Yardrat, so he's sending the Ginyu Force there to confirm this and to get rid of them. So the Saiyans would send the presence of the Ginyu Force, and they would get ready and prepare for battle. When the Ginyu Force lands on the planet Yardrat, they get greeted by the Saiyans, and a standoff happens. Now, this is the end of part 2. Part 3 should be coming out the same day. And this is maybe my 3rd Dragon Ball What If. I hope you guys enjoyed. Goodbye.